I had a restaurant, in fact it's still there, it's called the Country Way. It's on Maury at Highway 17, which I guess now is 880, the Country Way. I bought that restaurant, it was closed under the name of Cinnamon Mill, and it closed under narcotics or whatnot. It had been closed almost a year. So I called it the Country Way, and everything was made from scratch. It had country connected to it all the way around. We had one steak only, 14-ounce porterhouse. We had two soups, one white navy bean soup, and on Friday, clam chowder. But they were the best. We didn't have to compete against ourselves. We just perfected what we did, and it was great. The chef, his name was Pete. He became Grandpa. The waiting room was converted into a old-fashioned town, old country town, with a wooden sidewalk, overhanging roof, bench, salon door. If you could open it up, you could go into there. The place where you paid your meal ticket when you left was an actual replica of a post office with the bars and everything. The menu, when you walked in, brown butcher's wrap, big roll like this. It was printed into the menu. You pull it out to a line, rip it off, and go sit down. The theme was amazing. After about a year of doing this and keeping the theme going and keeping it interesting inside the restaurant, you always had to keep changing things to entertain your guest, right? As well as good food and consistent and good service. Came up with the idea that I need a granny. We had a grandpa. I need a granny. So I went to the theatrical department of middle school in Fremont and talked with the teacher. And the teacher said, "You got to present this to the class." So I stood in front of the class and I said, "We need a granny." And they looked at me like I was, well, you have to understand also that these are what, 15-year-olds? No, how old are they, Denise? 12, 11, 12. They said, "How can we be a granny?" I said, "Very easy. You have a wardrobe department, you study drama, you have a teacher, whatever." So what they did was they actually put their costumes together. 3 of them volunteered to do it. Friday and Saturday night between 6 and 7 o'clock, just 1 hour. They dressed up into the granny outfits with the little hat, the little, you know, the long dress, the whole thing. They even learned how to do the shaky cane. The glasses came down to here. They practiced talking like a granny. "Good evening, how are you?" And they'd go around from table to table and just socialize, period. It worked. We were written up in the local newspapers. It increased business. It was just really fantastic. That was one of the things I did.